What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Lake District. So here with Kneecaps TV at the minute.
You're up there.
We're just waiting for a couple of others. We are heading today up to Chapel House, a place called Chapel House, just south of Lake Windermere itself. So I've done a bit of a recce mission before here and done a couple of rides, but ultimately it's going to be a bigger day today and we're going to do a bit more exploring. So we're going to head up the hill and follow a couple of people's instructions that we've been given, see what we can find and see what we make of the trails. So check it out. Right, so made it to the top. Go on, get yourself in. So yeah, this is the made it to the top. Today's a bit of a mystery tour. We don't know exactly where we're going. Hope Brake's doing what Hope Brake's do. So yeah, we've made it to Chapel House. Like I say, I've only been here once before. So it is all a bit new, so we're on a bit of a search and destroy mission today to try and find the trails. I do know where one of them is, and that's sort of where we're making our way to now. Wrong gear for uphill. So yeah, the trail that I know starts just over the other side of that gorge that we've come across, but I do know there is a few on there as well. So there's a few that drop in on that side, but I didn't do them. So yeah, going to be second trail at day. This is one that I've rode before, only the once, but if memory serves me right, it is pretty damn good. Yeah. Nothing of any note, it's just good fun.
Nothing to worry about here now.
No, just good fun. I'd watch the rocks because obviously they'll be greasy, but Enduro dropping, bringing up the rear. It's weird riding there without dust. It's been a while. I don't know if you can hear that wind, but nice track so far. Plenty of berms. Little jump. It's that wind that makes it more challenging than anything. But a lot of berms, nearly lost the front tyre. Yeah, with having no rain for ages and then just a dusting of rain, it's just made everything super greasy. Which is fine, it just means you've got to be on your toes a little bit more. A bit more conscious of wheel placement and what you're doing. Woo! Good fun though. But these are really well built trails. Really well built. Hopefully you can still see there is a bit of rain in the air. I don't know what the condition of the lens is looking like.
Right down the end there.
Yeah, keep going.
Don't feed the animals.
Rah!
What do you mean, right?
See if we can have a quick screen wipe and get away. Proper 90-degree turn. But yeah, this then just takes us back to the fire road where we can start the ups again. I'm not entirely sure how many trails are actually here, but like I say, today's a bit of a recon mission. Just to find what there is or is not. Back up to the right. Yeah, first track of the day. Pretty decent. Huh? It's decent. Like I say, there's no major on it, it's just good fun. Yeah, we'll start the climb and we'll see if we can find another trail. See you in two. So just on our way to the second trail. Boys currently loving me because I've brought them up a push-up. Apart from Adam, who's on the e-bike. But no, admitting defeat. So this trail takes us to, this walk rather takes us to the top of Trail 2. And that is one that I am familiar with, so I'll probably end up leading that one. But it's steep, it's fast, it's very techy. But yeah, as you can see, Lake District weather, doing what Lake District weather does. So I'll catch you back up at the top of Trail 2. Made it to the top. And that just in the distance is Lake Windermere. You can probably hear that wind picking up, but we're going to head just over that way.
Hey, I thought we were going down.
Furious. Yeah, I brought the lads to the windiest, wettest part of the UK for some riding. It's going down well so far.
Right, this is it guys, Trail 2. Paul's dropping. Go behind him. He was ready to go.
Ish. A little bit sketchy underfoot, very greasy, and as you can hear, very windy. I've had to take the lens cap off the Insta360 because it was just fogging up. Little drop, lovely. Hook. But yeah, I think drop into this one. A little dab early on, not ideal. Greasy as anything. And you can hear the brakes. They're having a time. Lack of comms, sorry, just trying to concentrate a little bit. Hopefully you can see the view. Hopefully there's not too much water on the screen. Not sure I went this way last time. It's a lot more overgrown than it was last time, I know that much. I swear it gets much steeper here. And you can see those chutes are a bit naughty. Very naughty, especially in these conditions. Oh, and that's where Marshall come off last time. Just about managed to ride it out. On that one, little dab. Not the fastest track I'll ever ride, but down in one piece. Phew. So strange riding in muddy conditions again. I kind of feel guilty for whinging that it's wet, but we've been so spoilt with dry conditions in the UK for however long it's been, maybe like 10 weeks or more. So the moment that you see a bit of moisture, you're almost kicking off about it. Down in one piece. Yes, Joe? Enjoy?
Yeah, it's good that. I like how you got feet.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice when it's
a little bit more support would have been nice, like.
There's not a lot, and it's a lot more overgrown than last time I were here, so...
Adam fell off.
Did he?
Like, to overtake him, yeah.
Whereabouts?
Like, and it first steep, that rock, where the roots are,
Aye.
and the trees on the left, he just took the front and just slid into the tree.
Is he alright?
Yeah. I was like, you alright? And he went, yeah, just go, Joe, just go.
Be about right. and duck. So that last trail that we've just finished has brought us to the bottom of the hill, which unfortunately now means that we've got to go right back to the top, but this traverse across the bottom's not a bad little pedal. Makes it a bit more interesting than just a plain old flat road. But this kind of circumnavigates, if that's the right thing. It goes all the way around the hillside itself, which you can just see up to the left. But we come through a little river crossing in a minute, which I'll be honest, I thought might make good TV, so I'll put the camera back on. But it is so greasy. The river itself might be a bit fuller than last time I was here as well, because of the last couple of days' rain. Pedal strikes galore there. The rock was basically grey. Oop. Just plough through. There we go. But yeah, this basically brings us back to the bottom. Then we've got to push up to the top. And then, to be honest, there's only one more trail that I know of before we start exploring stuff that I don't know. So I think we're going to push back up and get that out of the way, or get that done rather, and then start a bit of exploration. But down into the river first. It's actually dry. But like I say, we have been actually pretty spoilt with 8-9 weeks on the trot of dry, dusty weather, so I can't complain. Well, not too loud anyway.
Oh, big riverbed.
It used to be, I was just saying, it's just dry as anything now. But yeah, back up the field to the top. Right, trail 3 of the day, away we go. Hopefully you can see, because as you can see the rain is absolutely forcing down. Everyone's brakes absolutely squeaking to the max. No. Which way did they go? That way. Muddy. Yo. I think they've gone this way. Yeah, but as you can hear, brakes are wet. Decent this. Steep, tight, and very wet. Ew. Definitely challenging conditions on trails that you've not done before. Tyres earning the keep. Whoa, slam. I'm actually going to have to wash my bike for the first time in Lord knows how long. Nearly got carried away. And then I think this is the bottom half of the trail we've just done, to be honest. Looking that way. It is cold, it is wet. Windy as well. British summertime at its finest. Traffic jam.
That was way better than the last one we did.
Yep.
I think it's a bit like Wardle's Way, I think.
It's a bit?
Wardle's
that
Way.
one, yeah.
That vibe, like.
Deviled.
Better, Adam?
Survival. That one was better, wasn't it?
That would be a track.
Right, guys, it's safe to come
Looks that way.
Right, back up there.
Yeah,
Is that not what we just done?
up to go down.
Oh yeah, might have been. Let's go!
I was like listening to Scooter. Right, jump back on. Yeah, so that was third trail. A little bit quiet on that one, but like I say, I was just trying to concentrate on surviving, I suppose. Not ridden that one before, so felt alright for riding it blind. Hopefully you managed to see plenty of it. The weather forecast today was light rain. Still waiting to see that. All we've had so far is monsoon and hurricane. And then yeah, you'll probably recognise this bit of fire road from the first trail. So back on this, and this will take us to the top, so we'll meet up there. So we are now in the process of looking for the trail that we don't know where it is. So kind of winging it. But I think it's going to be a short and sweet visit today because the weather is absolutely horrific. Wind, rain, cold, damp. But yeah, I think we're on 3 tracks at the minute. So it's a decent little introduction, I suppose. Whet the appetite for when it's drier. But we'll go and see what this one's like. Well, I'll leave the camera rolling just so that you can have a look at the traverse. Ordinarily there might be a half decent view at the top of here, but low cloud, wind and rain. Do a little light. Yeah, I'll jump in, mate. Top. It's like proper winter conditions. That was fun though. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Looks like it. Go on. We'll make it. Oh, maybe not.
I'll just get off. So yeah, this is just a little traverse across to what we think is another, I almost called it a stage then. That'd be a tree. So yeah, no one's entirely sure where this goes. We've kind of just looked on a map and it seems to go in the general direction that we want to head. So we're kind of just following our noses, as my dad would say. Which ultimately just means guesswork. Not a bad little trail though. Apart from this uphill. Which I'm not in the right gear for. But yeah, I think it's definitely been a good introduction and whet the appetite for a dry day here. Oh, that were a bit sketchy. The brakes, all but non-existent.
on. Oh my word. This is dicey. Whoa, shit! Just all in the hips, like Shakira. Shakira, Shakira. Sorry, I'll leave the singing out. Whoa. Oh, caught back up. Oh, I'm hoping you're seeing this because it's unreal. Heads up! Traffic jam, man. Nice to actually have a bit of grip where the mud and stuff is, obviously not the rock, but obviously mud, so weeks of riding in what's turned to sand at the minute. It's nice to have a bit of mud under the tyres and let them do the work. This might be the best trail of the day, like. I can see this getting rave reviews when we get to the bottom. Almost. Almost again. Here, if I get to the bottom on two wheels. Oh, that was lush. Oh, Jesus. Physical, very physical. This is a long trail. Oh, ready for a drink at the bottom. More GP tent. Leg out. Oh. That was unbelievable, like. That was lush, that like.
I can't even open your fingers, I'm desperate so hard.
That was unreal.
Bike's a bit kicked now, like, fuck it.
I know. I tried though.
Absolutely unreal.
That was class.
I had to give myself a gap, I caught up to it, I was like, oh,
I'll never know.
No, that was really good.
that was unreal.
You look like he's going right over the
You only
bar.
have to like kick the trick, get yourself on again.
Yeah, so everyone's soaked, everyone's wet, but that last trail absolutely made everybody's day. So I think we're going to end on a bit of a high note on the back of that and make our way back to the cars. Drenched to say the least, but smiles for miles, which is what it's all about, right?
So we've landed back at the van. The bikes are, I mean, they don't look it in that, but they are absolutely disgusting. Back to riding, pretty much British style riding again, really. Wet, windy, cold. But like I said on the video, we've kind of been spoilt for much of March, April and May. It's been dry, it's been dusty. So finding it hard to complain really when we've had just the one day of wet, but it's whet the appetite, it's made us want to come back for more, so we will be doing. Tom, any good?
Alright, but get a look at this. You've done it for mine, look at these gloves here.
There you go, that's that.
Oh, I've made me white jersey monkey even more.
There you go. So that's how wet it's been, but it's been class. It's actually been decent to find the bikes finding grip rather than struggling in the sand and stuff, so definitely left us wanting more, so stay tuned for more clips from here. Like, subscribe, everything else that goes with it. See you on the trails. Take it easy.